A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Thursday, September 28th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. FEMA is being criticized for denying individual assistance for flood victims in Orange County impacted by July's historic storm that washed out roads and bridges and caused major damage to people's homes in West Point, Highland Falls, and Cornwall area. Congressman Pat Ryan didn't mince words about FEMA's decision, calling it total BS. He demanded that FEMA's Administrator Criswell come to the Hudson Valley and personally explain to impacted families why she was denying them relief. County Executive Stephen Newhouse said he's unhappy with FEMA's decision.
I believe it's a real big disappointment, and from somebody that was there on the scene with the first responders, very disappointed to see it.
State Senator James Scoofa says now that the flood waters receded, the impacted residents are left with nothing. In his words, shame on FEMA. Orange County Executive Stephen Newhouse yesterday provided details of his proposed 2024 county budget. The $923 million spending plan is up 2.8% above this year's budget of $897.6 million. He's proposing the separation of information technology from general procurement. He also plans on increasing emergency management services and enhancing county parks and open space and creating new parklands. New York Transco, an electric transmission developer, conducted a ceremonial ribbon cutting Wednesday at the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center for a new transmission line running from Rock Tavern to Sugarloaf. The Rock Tavern project is a great example of how successful projects get done, said Victor Mullen, president of New York Transco. New York Transco is welcomed into my district in New York State anytime, said Assemblyman Chris Ekis.
I was there before the first shovel went in the ground. You informed me as well as the public of what was going to happen. And this is one of those circumstances where there was no pushback because you were so transparent and forthcoming with everything.
The project, which replaced an aging 12-mile, 100-year-old 115 kilovolt line running through the towns of New Windsor, Hamptonburg, Blooming Grove, and Chester, was completed 6 months ahead of time and is expected to help reach its goals of 70% of renewable energy generation by 2030 and zero emissions electricity by 2040. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
The Ulster County District Attorney's Office announced the unsealing of an indictment charging a Lake Katrine couple with manslaughter and other charges in connection with the August 2, 2022 death of the woman's biological 14-year-old daughter. 34-year-old Colin Schlegel and 29-year-old Kristen Del Santo are also charged with criminally negligent homicide, assault, criminal sale of a controlled substance, 2 counts of criminal sale of a controlled substance to a child, and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child in connection with the death of the victim. Detectives from the Town of Ulster Police Department conducted a year-long investigation which revealed that both Schlegel and Del Santo were aware of and contributed to the girl's consumption of drugs, alcohol, and fentanyl, which subsequently caused her death. The DA's office said Detective Sergeant Cheryl Benjamin never gave up on the investigation with the assistance of the State Police and Ulster County Sheriff's Office. City police in Poughkeepsie are investigating the latest gun violence with evidence of shots fired last Sunday. The city PBA released information about the incident on Thursday. At about 7:30 p.m. on the 24th, police received a call of shots fired in the area of 300 block of Church Street, the eastbound arterial. No apparent victims were located by police, but investigators did find numerous shell casings and several bullet strikes to an occupied resident. Northern Dutchess Hospital has received the largest philanthropic gift ever, $3 million. The contribution made by Gail Bontecu, a resident of Clinton Corners, is dedicated to the renovation and expansion of the hospital's emergency department. In recognition of the gift, the space will be named the Jesse and Gail Bontecu Emergency Department. Hospital President Denise George said Northern Dutchess Hospital is profoundly grateful to Gail Bontecu for her extraordinary generosity. Her remarkable $3 million naming and gift for the renovation and expansion of the emergency department is a testament to her unwavering commitment to the well-being of the community. A post with a crosswalk control switch planted in the middle of Market Street and the sidewalk in Poughkeepsie last year has been removed. The post had been placed in the middle of the sidewalk with the approval of an engineer and immediately became a hazard for pedestrians walking along the sidewalk. Ironically, the post had been planted as part of a pedestrian safety improvement. The post has been removed from the sidewalk and the control switch was relocated to the post with the crosswalk warning lights, a feat the engineer said could not happen. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.